Hi, everyone. Welcome to my little office in Pierce, Minnesota. My name is Ashley, and I get the privilege tonight of sharing with you guys a little bit more about Park Lane. This is the Learn More group about Park Lane. So I'm hoping in the next 20 minutes, I can share a little bit, a piece of my heart, a little bit of what I've learned here at Park Lane with you guys, and you learn a little bit more about it. So first of all, my name is Ashely Toops. Recently turned 40, so I am 40 years old. You're not supposed to share your age, are you, when you're getting old? But whatever. I live in Pierce, Minnesota, a very small town, which I've learned that small town means different things to different people. If you're from Texas and you say you're from a small town, it's like 40,000 people. Did I get that wrong? No, I'm from a town of about 1,000 people. We don't have a stoplight in our town. It's a beautiful place. We made the decision to move here to raise our 4 children. I'm married to a wrestling coach, a teacher. He does baseball, football. He does driver's ed. He's working a lot. Our kids' age, let's see, we have 3 boys and a girl, and they are ages, okay, they're 10, 12, 13, 14. So yes, 10, 12, 13, 14. So we had 4 kids in 4.5 years. That's a whole nother story. That was a crazy time. But honestly, that is part of my journey, my story with direct sales, with the jewelry direct sales industry. And I want to share a little bit about that with you guys. So here I am. I just pushed out my 4th baby, right, in 4 years. I'm going for the motions. I'm not a chosen stay-at-home mom. I'm kind of more like, I just had 4 kids in 4 years. Daycare is atrocious. I just have to be a stay-at-home mom. So here I was, my husband's a first-year teacher. So if you guys know the baseline of what teachers make in the world today, he's a first-year teacher. I just had 4 babies in 4 years. I'm like the frazzled mom, you know, with all these kids, no place to put the groceries in your shopping cart when you go to Walmart because you got too many kids and you have to play that game like hands on this cart. You guys, anyone know? It's like if you're a mom where you literally go grocery shopping with your 4 kids and there's no place to put the actual groceries, and you get in the van after loading everyone up and you just like kind of have a moment where a couple tears come down your eyes, right? Where you're like, whoo, I did it. That's the season I was in. Okay. I was in that season, the cry a few tears in the van leaving the Walmart season. Okay. So here I am. I'm not like a fancy lady. I am a North Dakota born and raised farmer's daughter. Okay. I'm not like into designer chic stuff. I don't know anything about any of that. But here I am. And I see this online party online, like while I'm nursing a baby. And I think, maybe I could contribute to the family, right? Here I'm having a lot of guilt buying a $4 coffee going through McDonald's driveway, and finances are tight, but yet I want to contribute a little bit to the family. I want to do something while still being home with my babies. And I run across this online jewelry party on Facebook. And honestly, my first thought, which is kind of a little cocky now looking back, is my first thought was, oh, I could do it better than the lady doing it is doing it. Like I could have more fun with it. Like I could do a video or whatever. And this was 10 years ago, you guys, which just blows my mind. But I'm 40 now, so that makes sense, right? 10 years ago, I started direct sales when I was 29. I just turned 40. So right when my 4th baby had been born. So talk about timing, right? Like who does that after their 4th baby? And I've just nursed for 4 years of my life. So when I say that, people that are always like waiting for the perfect time to like jump in or try something new, I'm like, no. I just popped up my 4th baby, was like, let's give this a go. But so 10 years ago, I see this girl do an online show. I have this feeling of like, I think I could do it better. Plus I really could use like an extra, at that time, my goal was an extra $50 to $100 a month. That was my goal. Because I wanted to be guilt-free going and like getting a coffee on my way home from my Walmart trip with the groceries and the 4 kids in the back, right? I wanted to feel like I was contributing. This was not pushed on from my husband or anything. I just remember loving being home, but wanting a little something more, just a little bit, something extra to fill my day. Like I remember checking my email to be like, I have to see if I have any customers. I have to see what's going on in the jewelry world today. And like loving that feeling, along with breastfeeding and diapers and getting all of that stuff. So for me, that's where it all started. I always kind of did it online because I didn't want to pay daycare cost or babysitter cost. And I loved being able to, I literally remember doing tons of online shows while nursing a baby and being like, doing my thing. And this was before we all had like all the apps on my phone to easily help me do it all on my phone too. But that is a little bit about how I began. So now I'm a senior division leader here at Park Lane. I pretty much run my business full time. I say that, but really I'm also a full-time mom in the bleachers for kids in travel sports. I have 4 kids. They all wrestle, they baseball, basketball, volleyball, all of the things. And I don't have to miss a thing. I actually think that is one of the biggest blessings right now, which 10 years ago when I started, I didn't know I'd want to be the mom watching all the sports because I didn't know they were just babies. At that time, I kind of wanted to get away from my kids, and now they're all older and like functioning, and I want to be around them. I want to go watch them do their athletics. So, and that is a big blessing because I know a lot of moms aren't. When there's games at 4:15, a lot of junior high sports are at like 4:15 or 5 or 4 o'clock, and I get to go. I get to be there, and I'll never take it for granted that this business, the flexibility around it, and what I don't have to miss because I chose to really go all in the direct selling industry and with Park Lane. So that's kind of my background of how I got started. We actually lived in a different town, and then we moved. My husband took a different teaching and coaching job. And that was another thing. We didn't have to worry really about my business because I had created this online social business that I could pack up and move with me. And almost the move actually amplified it because I met new people and extended my network and all that stuff. So I didn't have to worry about losing my job and restarting a job because I'm the boss over here, which I just think is so great. I never thought in a million years I would end up doing direct sales or be in jewelry again. I mean, I kind of look cute in these earrings, but I'm not fancy. Don't let this fool you. I'm not a fancy gal. But for me, it was so much more than just the jewelry and the necklace. It was about adding joy and fun and laughter and confidence in women. And I just kind of saw that build. So I never thought I'd build a business when I first signed up. I was just looking for $50. $50. That was it. And I think so many people talk themselves out of trying something, giving, Park Lane a couple months and seeing how it unfolds because they think it has to look a certain way. They think they have to do it a certain way. And we don't allow ourselves to try new things. I think especially the older we get, we're like, our fear of failure, the older we get too, we're like, oh, that's not for me, that's for her. And we talk ourselves out of all the reasons we should learn a new skill set or try something new. And I call them LPHs, lies from the pit of hell. Can I say that on here? Because they really are. They're lies that we tell ourselves to not try something new because you don't look a certain way, you don't feel a certain way. Like I don't take pictures of jewelry very well, like some of the gals in the Park Lane world. They like know how to do the lighting and the angle and all that stuff. But I don't use that as a reason to talk myself out of doing this business, which I think a lot of people, if you're here watching this, maybe you're curious. Maybe a fellow friend has sent you here being like, this would be great. But I am here to tell you that I wish I would have started like earlier, but I didn't know about it. Like I didn't know because the freedom of this business to be able to apply it to your life, however you need that to look like for you, whether it's on your way to a busy baseball game, whether it's while your kids are napping or you're nursing or whatever, you are in charge. And the freedom of that being like, I'm the boss. And it's real money, you guys. No, not making that up. People don't really talk about money. It's kind of a taboo issue. But you guys, my husband was a first-year teacher in Moorhead. And I remember thinking, okay, I'm going to do a couple parties, see what happens. My first party, I think I made $300. That's a huge amount of money to a mom of 4 kids who stays at home, who's married to a teacher. I'll just put it in that context. $300. I was like rich, you guys. I was like, look at me, 300. Like, it was huge. I think we like went out and spent $40 of it at Chipotle to celebrate. Probably not smart, because that's where fancy people go when they celebrate. Chipotle, Walmart. You guys are getting the drift of the type of life I live, right? Like, we shopping at Dollar General. We don't have stoplights. Our kids roam like wild chickens. Like, I think it's so easy for us to create this box of the type of women that this job is for, or what you should look like, act like, be like, all of that, and throw that out the window right now. Like, that's another lie from the pit of hell. Because I'm telling you, right where you are in your seat watching this video, there's a reason you're watching it. And I am telling you, as you are enough to do this and do it well. It takes the belief that you can do it. And your confidence, that little brain in your muscle, is going to grow and grow and grow. And you're going to have those first sales, and you're going to be like, oh, I was wearing this necklace, and Mary at the grocery store was like, love your necklace. And I actually, instead of just telling her I bought it at this store, I was like, oh, I'll send you a link. And she bought it. And now I just made $13. If that isn't the smartest business you can have, I actually get really passionate, especially after the world shut down and all that stuff. But to have a residual income business in your back pocket is the smartest decision you can make. I don't care if you work full-time as a lawyer, a doctor, a nurse, a teacher. If you're stay home, have a little backup business with residual income where you can make money when you're sleeping. When I do an online show and I do all the fun, I post some videos, I show up my Jagger earrings, I'm doing all the things. And then I can go to bed. And then the next morning I see like, oh, got some orders. People like their jewelry. That is smart business. That is the smartest business. And honestly, every woman needs something like this. And I think it should be Park Lane, because I love this company. I'm so passionate about it, about the founders. I did tons of research before I got involved with Park Lane, and a business that's been around for 68 years that my grandmother had jewelry of 68 years ago. Right? That's still around, that's debt-free, all of that stuff. That actually matters. And I didn't know 10 years ago when I was signing up. I didn't research company. I didn't do any of that. I just was like, oh, jewelry. Okay, let's, but now in my older age and my wisdom, right? You're supposed to have some of that the older you get. I don't know if mine's coming or not though, because, but I'm just saying, it's a beautiful company. It's real money. I get paid weekly. I get to set my own hours, and I still get to be in the bleachers to watch my daughter play basketball, and I don't have to miss a beat. So, I think sometimes we hear these myths, the myths of direct selling, like, oh, you have to do this, or you have to do that, or all of that. And honestly, do your research, do yourself a favor and be smart. And ask people that are in different industries of direct selling what it's like for them. And you will find out that it's actually one of the most beautiful ways to create income for your family, and do it on your time the way you want to do it. Yes, you have to get to work. Yes, it takes some consistency, which I think people just, aren't consistent. But don't let that stop you from giving it a try. Don't let that stop you from these myths out there, because I'm 10 years. I'm a real person. I live in Piers, Minnesota, and I make a real money that I pay for real milk and eggs at the grocery store right here in my house. And the jewelry every month keeps getting cuter and cuter and cuter. And the reward system of how they have it set up here is you're able to earn it for free. It's just such a smart business. It's literally sales. It's direct sales. I'm selling something I love and enjoy and believe in, that literally you put these, like, look, I take these off. I'm like, I'm feeling pretty good today, right? I'm like, okay, I'm looking good. Got my hair a little straight. You add a little bit of accessory and boom, it's like, hey ladies, walking around town. Jewelry, it's something about how it elevates your mood, your joy. your happiness, your confidence. And if that's something that I can put out into the world to make women show up and feel a little bit more confident with a silly pair of earrings or a necklace, I am all here for that. And when you feel that, and you get feedback from customers that that's what it did for them, that they went to a wedding and they send you the picture and like, everyone was loving my earrings, I just felt so great that day. That is the business I want to be in, because I'm creating an income and making an impact by making people feel more confident, create more joy. And that was where like it all started turning for me. And I was like, why doesn't everyone do this? Like, for real? Why? I could talk about it all day long. So honestly, the products, like the Park Lane products, what am I wearing? I only have 2 on that you can see, and then I have my wedding ring. But there's different drops of product all year long. And no, we don't have to buy inventory. I know people are like, oh, it just, you always have to spend more money, more money, more money. I literally, it's $99 to sign up for Park Lane, $99. I used to tell this story all the time. If you're going to go interview for a new job, you would go, like, I remember doing this. I went to Express. This was a while ago. I went to Express and I bought this matching suit. I was actually applying for a job at for the Cleveland Cavaliers NBA team. No joke. And I bought this suit. And the suit itself, I think, was like $89. And this was 12 years ago. So that was expensive. Today, we'd be like, that's cheap. But the suit was $89. So I bought a suit to apply for a job that I was hoping I would get. Okay. Do you get where I'm going with this? You can spend $99 and you get to pick your jewelry for free. You get to choose it and you get a free where's my impression bracelets? And you get a free impression bracelet for signing up. Like, come on, you guys. It is the smartest business decision you could make. I would go and be a guest speaker for an entrepreneur class, for a marketing class in college, and I would talk about residual income, having another layer to add on income for your family at your own time, to be able to create automated systems right now with like all the systems in place socially. Like, I don't even know how people do it on Instagram, where they're like, comment this and I'll send you a link of where I bought my shirt and my bag and my shoes and whatever, like all the automation behind the social selling business right now is incredible. There is no reason that you shouldn't at least be trying it. And I think that's the key word. Like, we think if we do it, we have to become like that millionaire or that next huge leader. Guess what? You can just try something. You can just try it, see if it works, try it on for size. And that's what I encourage like my friends and family and my customers to do, is give it 2 months, especially, you guys, it's November, the biggest gift shopping month of the entire year. November right now. So there's no reason to not get involved. And then you have December, the 2 biggest months. We call it the golden in the sales world. It's known as like the golden quarter, the last 3 months of the year. And that is right now. That is right now. We are in the midst of the golden quarter. A perfect time, the most perfect time to jump in and give it a whirl. You don't have to know everything. I always say, like, you can't edit a blank page. Like, I think women especially, they want to know exactly, and how does this work? And how do you do that? And how do you, it's like, you can't edit it. The page is blank. So we can't learn yet. You actually learn by just doing. And what's it going to cost you? About the same as a express suit. That's it. And actually, you get the jewels. You get your choice of jewels. So it's like you end up making money by signing up. You could go buy 2 pieces of jewelry, it'd be over $99, or you could have a business where you have a link to share with Mary at the grocery store, or whoever it was I was talking about. You have a link to share socially, to maybe you want to have people in your home, whatever the business looks like for you. And I have people on my team that are occasional sellers. They'll beef up their business for Valentine's, for Christmas, for 4th of July. I have some that are teachers who only work their business in the summer. Guess what? There's no one here looking over your shoulder telling you what you need to do or any sales quotas or monthly, any of that stuff. I don't know. I've never been a part of another company, so I don't know if they have that type of stuff like sales quotas. There's none of that. There is you choosing how and when and where you want to work your business. And if you want to move to small town Pierce and work next to me and come sit by me every day, we've become best friends. So that's also an open invitation to any of you. But I encourage you, whoever invited you to this group, however you stumbled across this group, get some more info. I'm sorry, guys, I had focus on my phone, but my daughter keeps calling. I think she needs a ride home. It's raining or something, but it's too bad. She'll figure it out. But get some more info. My best advice, honestly, is to just give it a try. You cannot learn without doing. So why not just try it? Worst case scenario, you end up with $400 worth of jewels and you only paid $99 and you have jewels to give away for Christmas to try on to see if you get comments. That's worst case. And that's ending up with lots of jewelry. Best case is you create more income for your family. You've created a side business to kind of give you an extra buffer. You've met a community of women who truly have your back. Talk about, I've been in lots of different tribes of women on different teams, volleyball teams, like, I don't know, lots of different areas and groups of women. And I'm talking about women who all want to see you rise in the tide. Women who truly, and it's not about like, oh, she's helping me make money or I'm on her team. None of that. Women who want to just help and truly use each other's talents to complement each other and be cheerleaders for each other. It's so healthy. I'll say the older I get, like finding authentic friendships when you're 40, when you moved to like a new town a few years ago, that's like a hard thing. And this is such a healthy place to find authentic, women. So maybe you're just looking for a community of friends. You're like, I need an outlet. I need a creative outlet. I like doing graphics. I like doing cute videos. Maybe you're into fashion and you just want lots of free jewelry to show off. Maybe you're not into fashion like me and you're a mom struggling with 3-4 kids in your shopping cart and you're like, somebody save me. Well, guess what? It's me. It's Park Lane. We are here. And you don't need saving. You actually just need a couple more things in your life. You need some cute earrings to put on because it's going to elevate you as a mother and as a wife and as a friend. And that's what it did for me. It didn't take me away from all my kids. It didn't, take me away. It actually elevated it and made me a better version of myself as I unlocked and learned so many personal skill sets of talking to you guys right now, like not something I normally would do. Just confidence in how I got dressed, how I wore jewelry, how I talk to others, how I coach, so many personal development skills. And it's a win, win, win all the way around. There's nothing to lose by giving it a try. You just have to try. And I think that's what's so hard for most of us is we'll talk about goals. We'll make the list of to-do things we need to get done, but then actually doing them, the art of doing the action to act, that's where we get all like, ugh. And I'm telling you right now, you've been thinking about this. Someone's told you about this. You see it, your friend doing it, and you think, oh yeah, but she does it. So she's already got all the customers, or, well, she's not going to want me on her team, or whatever. Lies from the pit of hell. I'm telling you, LPHs. Just try. Stop with all those negativity. Stop with all the reasons why you shouldn't, why you're not good enough, because you are just the way you are. Just like I was nursing my 4th baby. Probably didn't have hadn't seen a hairbrush. I wasn't even wearing a bra when I signed up, pretty sure. Pretty sure I just was like, okay, we're trying something because I need help. And here I am 10 years later. And I'm not going to share my income. That's kind of like, I don't know. I mean, I would, if you personally message me, I'd tell you straight up. I'm pretty open book here. I'm just saying, my husband's still a teacher, but it's a nice income because I'm working hard for it and I get to work when and how I want to, because that is the power of Park Lane, you guys. So I'm here to encourage you. my best advice, just give it a go. Give it a go. Stop telling yourself you're going to do it next year. You're going to do it when you get less busy. You're going to do it when this kid graduates. You're going to do it after the band concert. You're going to do it after this season. I just pushed out my fourth baby. Okay. And we were getting things done. And good thing, if I would have waited, I would have not made that $6,000 that I made in my first 3 months. Yes, I was busy. Yes, I had just put, but also you find chunks of time and then you see the value of it and you see the joy that's happening from it. And it's a beautiful thing. So I hope you have learned a little bit more about Park Lane tonight. I hope some of you decide to jump in and join us in the Golden Quarter, because we are in it right now. And I can't wait to meet some of you. I hope this has been helpful. If you're ever in the Piers, Minnesota area, you are welcome right into my house for some tater tot hot dish. That's our thing here. But I hope this has been helpful. I hope you all have a great night. Bye, guys.